Good morning and welcome to you all. Thanks for taking the time out today to join me for our Optimize webinar social media series. This one's called How to Build an Empire with Social Media. So our first webinar in this series is actually going to be called Why You Need Facebook Ads to Rule Your Business World. So first a little bit about me. My name's Lachlan Dan. I'm the social media expert here at Sponsored Links. I'm going to be taking you through the slides in the presentation. So obviously everyone has a social media platform they prefer, but statistics and research show that Facebook is the dominant channel. Most people within your business and social circles will have a Facebook profile. Some people have more than just one, particularly if they own an SME. Managing a Facebook business profile is vastly different to managing a personal social profile, largely due to the fact that each of them has a different agenda. Correctly managing your business Facebook profile has clear advantages for those in the business world, such as having a more professional look for your Facebook's or for your company's face, the ability to delegate roles to suitably qualified employees within your business, better privacy protection, access to unique types of advertising with a reach to millions all over the world, and quality data which you can use not just through Facebook campaigns but through it resonates through other campaigns you might be using online. So these are just a few of the extra perks to owning a Facebook business account, and this webinar has been designed to specifically focus on the design or the different types of advertising options you've got on Facebook and why your business needs them. In saying this, your presence today for the Optimize webinar is confirmation that we're on this same wavelength. I applaud you for this. I can assure you that the information that you learn here this morning will have you feeling hopefully confident and fresh for your social media strategies. Before I launch into the technical side of things, make sure you jot down any questions that you have and feel free to call in or email the team following today's session. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions or queries after the session. Also, take notes as we go along because the information that we'll go through will hopefully be valuable to you. To begin with, I'm going to start with the plan of attack. So why Facebook ads? There are a few different reasons, such as ads can be used in a lot of different ways to attract targeted traffic and engagement to your page or website. For example, you could be a personal trainer. You might be trying to expand your clientele base. If you spend some time brainstorming the potential customers you would like to target and how you're going to target them, the ad you might use for men between the ages of 20 to 28 would differ to the ad that you might use for women ages between 30 and 40. Facebook ads allow you to easily advertise both ads at the same time, and you'll know that each ad is specifically targeted to the correct user. So targeting can range from age, sex, location, all the way to specific interests and life events. So you're by no means limited to who you want to target your ads at. Taking the personal trainer example again, you might decide to focus on a particular demographic, such as women who have recently become engaged. For some of these women, they might have certain fitness goals they want to achieve before their wedding date. Facebook rather cleverly allows you to target your ads at these women. The potential to reach new customers expands dramatically. Oh, sorry for that slide. I don't know how that got there. It's actually me in the gym. Now there isn't one type of use for ad use for Facebook either. Here's a list of some of the different ways that you can advertise on the platform. Now, like building ads, these are used to increase obviously your audience on the page, draw attention to your business or brand, but tread carefully because there are some SMEs that tend to focus on this too heavily. At the end of the day, likes are just a number unless you want to pair that with a good content strategy. If you're not actively trying to engage with the people who like your page, there's no point in getting people to like your page. Now there's then clicks to websites ads. This ad type is used to send traffic directly from Facebook to your website, and if used correctly, they can be even more effective than Google AdWords ads. As an extra bonus, they look prettier because you can have images there, and you can tailor them greatly. And there's conversion ads. When a special tracking pixel is applied to a specific page on your website, Facebook's ad platforms will be able to not only tell you how many people are clicking through to your site, but how many of those are converting or performing a desired task. So that could be anything from checking out to completing a contact form. So it depends what your goals are. There's also mobile app ads. These are used to help drive traffic to app stores. On top of that, on top of the usual targeting, these ads can be targeted to more specific operating systems and devices. So if your ad or your app is only on iPhone devices, you can tailor the ad so that you're only targeting those with a Apple operating system, and same for Android. There's also video ads, and Facebook is pushing these really hard at the moment. They're trying to give you better reach and better engagement than picture posts at the moment. These can be used a number of ways depending on the type of content you're choosing to promote. So you can promote anything from an ad that you've got created to just general videos. If say if you're a gym instructor, you might have a video that's of specific workout routines or something like that. Then there's also page post ads. So instead of boosting your posts, which is generally a pretty lazy way of doing things, there's nothing wrong with it, but doing it this way helps you to create an ad out of them with the same targeting as you would with any of the previous ads that I've spoken about. Now, utilizing Facebook ads means you essentially get to choose your audience, and you don't have to wait around for people to search for your keywords on a site like Google Ads. On top of this, there are different types of ads, which means you can tailor the ad to suit your desired result, whether you're looking for ROI, traffic, engagement, branding. You don't want to be left behind either. So basically, socially and digitally being engaged with your clients, the potential. Sorry, I lost my train there. Being socially and digitally engaged with your clients, potential and current, means your competition is going to be doing it as well. If you aren't, they're getting noticed and you're not. All right. Which leads me on to our next segment in the webinar, which we'll be talking about like farming versus like building. As you scroll through your Facebook feed, you'll be well familiar with posts you've been subject to because of friends and family have chosen to share or like particular Facebook page pages. So does one like equal one prayer ring any bells? Now, we all know and understand that one like does not equal a prayer. However, at some stage or another, we've all pressed like just because at the end of the day, it's not hurting anyone. Or is it? I mean, entering like farming, it's a scam which continues to sweep through Facebook and continues to gain momentum. It's like farming is when anyone from an individual to a scam company uses this technique as a scam, generally around competitions, and it's to convince users to like a specific business page. These users can be you or I, or more likely they are fake users, otherwise known as ghosts. And they've created Facebook profiles for the single use of liking these business pages and then abandoning the ghost profile they create. Once the business Facebook page has a large number of likes, which can be anywhere of upwards of 10,000 to a million likes, the user or the company can sell the page to another business and be repurposed or rebranded. Now, the people behind these pages are up for big money and will often sell these pages off or use them to spread malware or for monetary gain. This is a serious moral dilemma because the likes are fake. They're fake because once the page is sold, bought and then rebranded, the likes, the initial scam accumulated, are then attached to something else entirely, which means that the Facebook user who initially liked or genuinely liked the picture of the child with cancer for one like equals one prayer are then exposed to ads for a new miracle weight loss pill that they like the business page. As per fake ghost profiles, they're now abandoned. The likes these profiles ticked are essentially empty, as there's no true audience. Like farming gives the audience that you have a massive amount of people interested in your business. It isn't something that has broken into Australia, the Australian market heavily yet, though. So, but it is starting to creep in. We saw it come in a bit at the end of last year. It impacts more than just the businesses buying them, as the people who like the pages are also subject to all sorts of tricks to get them to like a page or perform a specific action. Once you like them, the user can serve you ads and deliver malware or third-party products and ads. And like farming will get you likes and get them fast. However, these likes won't be targeted. Most of them will be ghosts. So in actual fact, the business which is purchasing the like farming Facebook page will pretty much not be reaching much of a true audience anyway. Head to the next slide. The key to building your Facebook likes organically, there is a key. It's called like building, obviously. It's used for legitimate business pages to build likes in a more organic way, using targeted ads that can be aimed to a specific demographic, interest, location, and more. This allows a business to gain a real audience that is actively interested in their product or service. It's obviously the slower of the two options, though this will depend on how much budget you're going to put towards it. So more importantly, this method will ensure that you get real likes and not fake ones. As a SME, the biggest mistake you can make with your Facebook advertising is not targeting. Most self-run like building campaigns we seem to have come across at Sponsored Links have been way too broad, and the SME hasn't realized that you can actually include specific such as customers' interest and locations, SMEs also have the option to show ads in specific areas of Facebook, and even though ads to people with certain mobile systems. So think before you click next time. Next time you're scrolling through Facebook and your newsfeed. As with all forms of formal advertising, there is a price tag, and budgeting as such for your marketing goals is exceptionally important. If you're really serious about reaching those goals, which is why this segment looks at budgeting for Facebook advertising. So having a goal gives you direction and focus. And while one of your reasons for being interested in Facebook advertising may be your competition is doing it, that doesn't mean that it's wise to determine that it's not wise to determine how the platform should work for you. The best way to determine this, testing. Remember, you want to show a competitive edge over your competition, and using the best platform for your business will help you achieve this. Firstly, you need to establish why it's important to budget for your Facebook advertising. The great thing about advertising on Facebook is you can actively advertise directly to the market you need to target and adjust your budget accordingly. For example, you may only want to advertise a particular service or product to a segment of the market. Again, the correct budget will help you to effectively achieve this. You don't need to wait for your target market to search for you, like Google AdWords, for example. Imagine that Facebook advertising isn't a fair weather platform and is only growing by the day. Facebook recently bought Instagram for $1 billion, and now it's worth more than Twitter, which is over $22 billion. So the above proves that increasing your budget won't necessarily mean a better return on investment. Bigger isn't always better, but you need to know what's appropriate for your industry. The best way to do this is to test the waters. Find out what works best for you. If you are an online clothing store and trying to run ads at $5 per day, don't expect results. It's all relative. This is where the knowledge of a Facebook expert becomes priceless. Different platforms are made for different results. Video views are currently getting a higher reach than a regular image boost post, but you don't need to know. But you need to know what's going to work for you. If you're going to be boosting a post and not drilling down on the target, that's going to be an expensive exercise for you. So again, test what works for you. So how does paying for Facebook advertising actually work? There are different advertising platforms on Facebook which can use a variety of different budgeting tools. A daily budget will ensure your ads run at a set amount every day, whereas a lifetime budget will work well if you have a specifically defined budget and are running a particular promotion for a certain period of time. On top of this, you can work your budget a few different ways to optimize for things like clicks and impressions, and this is a really, really good way to maximize your budget, and it'll let you set out the amount that you want to pay per click or impression and how much the click or impression is worth to you. To make things easier for you as well, you can track your advertising budget and return on investment alongside your Google Analytics, enabling you to track your ROI alongside your other online marketing tools. Facebook also offers conversion tracking tool of its own, as I've kind of mentioned briefly before. To leave you with some words from those in the know and what you should be keeping an eye on, remarketing on Facebook is growing stronger all the time and is highly effective through mostly for retailers. Video views would be great for anyone that generally has trouble selling a product or service through text, or if it's a particularly uh, confusing product for the regular consumer to wrap their head around. Visually advertising products and services which are new and interesting and generally aren't searched for on Google would be able to take full advantage of this. So it's all well and good to know what budget you need and what type of ad will work for you, but what about actually creating it? It's a completely different thing. Now here we're going to discuss Facebook ad content and structure. As with any advertisement, you need to consider the structure and the ad and the content of the ad. So it's important, of course, because the way in which your desired message is delivered will ultimately decide if the advertisement is going to be successful or not. Now, Facebook ads are designed under the Facebook ad campaign structure, which is made up of campaign, ad set, and ad. The campaign corresponds to each of your advertising objectives, like building awareness or brand awareness, driving web traffic. They're designed to help you optimize and manage your result for each objective across multiple ad sets and ads. And then there's the ad set. Your campaign will be made up of several ad sets, each of which has its own budget and schedule. You can also organize each ad set to represent audience segments, like people who live near your store. This will help you control the amounts you spend on each audience, decide when they will see your ads, and measure their response. The ad delivery system will optimize delivery for the best performing ad in an ad set, which is really helpful, so that especially for first-timers or people who aren't really confident with Facebook, means that Facebook kind of does that heavy lifting for you. And then there's the ad. Your ad set will be made up of a couple of different ads, each of which can feature different images, links, videos, or text, and you control the creative, targeting, and bidding at the ad level. At the beginning of 2014, Facebook introduced the above structure. Previously, all ads were created and organized under the campaign tab. In adding the ad sets tab, users have much greater flexibility. When the users edit the campaigns, targeting is performed in the ad set section rather than in the ad section, as it was done in the past. Having it done this way means it's easier for you to keep track of certain campaigns you're running, and you'll be able to split test different audiences with more ease. You're not alone in creating your ads either. So there are many tools you can use when creating content, such as the millions of stock images Facebook provide through Shutterstock, including images and video clips with your advertisements is now imperative. In most cases, it's not only the best way, but it's the only way to get your ad on Facebook. When you are creating a like campaign or a clicks to websites campaign, the best way to get noticed is by having an eye-popping image to help draw attention to your ad. So what are some key points Facebook business profile users should keep in mind? Number one is to keep it relevant. Make sure you aren't using irrelevant stock images. I've seen some, in some cases, that might be a gym, for example, and it might be a picture of some fresh fruit or some kind of meal. It's nothing really to do with that particular gym, although it might be eye-catching. If I saw something like that and saw that it was a relevant image, I would just kind of ignore it. Number two, quality. Make sure the image you have is to scale, and it's the right size for the ads that you place. I've often seen in ads when I've gone in and gone through a client ad manager where ads have been set up and they're either really pixelated or a particular image is kind of cut off because it hasn't been formatted correctly. Number three is attention. So ensure the image and additional content stands out enough to make people stop scrolling through their Facebook page. We all do it. Our friends all do it. Generally, what happens is you'll come home after a hard day of work. You'll go on your Facebook page and you just start kind of scrolling through. You've obviously missed a lot of. You've missed a whole day's worth of information, so you kind of start scrolling through. And then the fourth is know the rules. Facebook has rules around things like shock and scare tactics or images that don't really follow age restrictions, like alcohol-related content being served to minors, etc. In correlation with the points above, there are also common errors or user mistakes. The three main mistakes we generally see is that some ads have no apparent direction. For example, if the ad is attempting to get people to shop at an online store, the message should clearly guide shoppers to purchase an item of interest. Another error commonly seen is irrelevant images in conjunction with the text when the image has nothing to do with the text. The irrelevancy is also obvious to the person viewing the ad. Along the same line, low quality images reflect poorly as well. Make sure the quality is high and that the image is cropped and the correct size. So that brings us to the conclusion of the webinar. One thing to keep in mind is that with users on the internet and social media platforms like Facebook, we all suffer a little bit of an attention deficit, and your Facebook also needs to be managed with this in mind. Ads are not set and then forget. They need to be managed to maximize effectiveness. Facebook will actually tend to dip the ads if you're not managing them effectively or regularly. No matter what the time of year, there are also many different awesome things that you can do with your Facebook business account. Using these techniques and implementing them now through means that you can have a plan of attack and when it counts most. Marketing is not a cost. Marketing is an investment in the continual supply of leads and therefore potential revenue, and should be budgeted as such. Marketing is it's a necessary function and part of the sales process. As Henry Ford once said, a man who stops advertising to save money is like a man who stops a clock to save time. Well, I know I've certainly given you plenty to think on with the deluge of information we've gone through. I'm sure there are a few of you who might want to ask some questions. If that's the case, please contact me at marketing@sponsoredlinks.com. And I'll endeavor to respond within the next 24 hours. And as a side note, we have our Optimized magazine coming out next month, which is absolutely brimming with articles, facts, tips, tricks, all designed to help you in your business in 2015 and beyond. If you're interested in obtaining a copy, simply let your client manager know. As a thank you for attending today, I'd like to offer you an exclusive and limited offer, social media marketing audit. But hurry, because we've only got a limited number of audits available. In order to redeem the offer, visit www.sponsoredlinks.com/social webinar. Here ends our optimized webinar, how to build an empire with social media, why you need Facebook ads to rule your business world. I sincerely hope that you found today's session informative and useful for your business. Please feel free to give us a call on 1300-859-600 to talk to one of our team members, or if you're already a client of ours, contact your client manager, or of course you can also visit www.sponsoredlinks.com